Man, it was packed before the game. Fans lining up to get a Brent Rooker bobblehead.
As both these ball clubs are desperately trying to get back into it, between the A's and the Baltimore Orioles, 2 out of 3 is going to be key as we have the rubber game of the 3-game set.
Jacob Lopez, obviously the left-hander. I mean, he's 0-4. They don't score a lot of runs for him. Been up and down 3 times from their AAA affiliate, Las Vegas.
Lopez has been on the bump. The A's have been outscored 41-8. That's outside on Rutschman. A lot of pitches early on Holiday and Rutschman. Adley works the 1-out walk. The former Athletic off a huge night. Ramon Laureano hit a 2-run home run, had 3 hits and drove in 3 for the Orioles.
And he's called out on strikes in the upper outer portion of the strike zone. Jacob Lopez spots up a fastball and posts a scoreless first inning.
Yuki Sagano, 35-year-old veteran out of Japan. One time he's given over in those 12 starts more than 3 runs. Has given the Orioles a chance to win every time he's gone to the mound.
Second out of the bottom of the first inning. Butler at second.
And here's Soderstrom, who stands in batting 256.
3-2 payoff pitch. Here's a curveball. Little flare, shallow center. That's dropping fast, and it gets down. Butler will come home to score, and Soderstrom has an RBI single. The A's, for the first time this series, strike first, and it happens here in the series finale.
Yeah, Sody popping the top on the scoring.
Arias cruises into second with his 6th double of the year, and the hot hitting against the Athletics continues. Now 19 for his last 49. Tying run into scoring position and nobody out.
Well, you got to hit a ball to the right side here.
Swung on him, missed, gets him with a breaking ball. Perfect pitch. Slow curve, and so Cowser K's.
Second walk handed out by Jacob Lopez. And now it creates an opportunity for Dylan Carlson, who's going to bat here with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Rivera goes from first. The 0-2 is high. They throw in at third base. It's off the glove of Muncy. Muncy now has got Rivera in a rundown, but the run is going to count as Urias crossed. What a funky play, but the Orioles have tied up this game.
And what is Emmanuel Rivera doing? They're already in scoring position. He runs himself into the 3rd out. But again, as you mentioned, the run does score, tied up 1-1.
Take him any way you can get him.
Luis Urias, he has got a base hit after his brother got the double to start off the top half of the inning.
That'll bring up our old friend Johnny Pareda.
Pareda went down to AAA, batted .346 and 26 at-bats. 3-2, Urias is going. Line drive, fair, down the left field line. That'll get into the corner. Urias rounds third. He will come home to score as Pareda pulls up at second base with an RBI double. They set Urias in motion, and Pareda did the rest.
Athletics able to take a 2-1 lead.
That's an E3. That ball just ate up Emmanuel Rivera.
So first and third, still only 1 out in this inning.
Pressure has not seemed to phase him at all over his last 19 games. .392, a doubles machine with 12. 5 home runs, 10 runs batted in, 21 RBIs, already a single and a run scored in the first inning. 1-2, off the pitcher's mound, short hop. Henderson can't make a play at second or first. Pareda comes in to score. Great hustle from all parties of the Athletics. Denzel Clark dove into second base. There was no play there, and Butler did not give up after it hit the mound. An RBI for Lawrence, his 29th of the year, and it's 3-1. So back-to-back errors committed by the Orioles, and they've led to 2 runs. Jacob Wilson on an 8-game hitting streak. 6 of his last 8 games have been multi-hit affairs, including the last 4 games straight. We get to watch something special day in and day out. And now he'll ground it through for a base hit. Clark getting the windmill home. Carlson is not going to come up firing, and Wilson drives home yet another run. 4-1 the score. Wow, this is unbelievable.
I mean, it feels automatic. And I know this game is not that easy, and Jacob Wilson is making it look about as simple as it gets.
4 runs in against Sagano. This is unheard of. It's just the 2nd time that Sagano has allowed this many runs. Payoff pitch. Bounce towards third. Glove by Arias. Goes to second. On to first in time. And finally, the double play that Sagano and company had been waiting on. But 3 runs are in for the A's here in the second. Now Jacob Lopez, his #1 goal is to get the bats back up. Fire a shutout inning.
And the Orioles trying to get something cooking here in the third. A pair on for Gunnar Henderson.
A little noise and a lot of traffic again around Lopez.
Breaking ball swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove of Pareda. Down he goes. Big strikeout for Lopez. He now struck out 4. And there are 2 outs here in the 3rd.
And it's a big second out for the O's. Calling on Ramon Laureano, clutch yesterday. 3 hits, including a 2-run home run.
3-2 in the air to right. Butler moves over, and he's got it.
Lopez finds a way to wiggle out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Lopez doing a nice job. He's retired 5 of 6. Here is Kobe Mayo, the designated hitter.
Yanked foul. Oh, what a catch!
Attaboy! Oh, man. I mean, he had about as good a jump as Denzel Clark gets.
Mayo scoops this one back up towards center field. It'll bounce in front of Denzel Clark, and it's a base hit.
So now here 3-2, you got to make a pitch.
90th pitch of the game for Lopez. And it's a beauty, striking out Rivera. Got him with the slider, and Lopez has a scoreless 4th.
Newcomb has retired the first 2 that he has faced, and that's going to get us to Adley Rutschman.
Right back up the middle. Urias with the backhand, across his body to throw up the line, and Soderstrom trying to apply a tag, but Rutschman got out of the way. Urias made an incredible defensive effort to get that ball in the first place, and then an off-balance throw, almost a highlight reel play. Bouncing ball, Urias dives, another chance, throws to second, and he got him. The game finds you, Dallas Braden, and it found Urias twice, made up for not even a mistake, but just a beautiful defensive gem.
Flash the leather, Louie. That a bang?
It's Jacob Wilson to lead things off, and he grounds it down the third base line. Got a chance for 2. And he will get to second base with a leadoff double. Multi-hit game after multi-hit game. That's 5 multi-hit games in a row now, and 7 of his last 9.
87 pitches. Big 3-run second inning right now, putting Sagano on the hook here in the 5th inning as he departs for Scott Blewett in his return.
Scott Blewett is the new pitcher for the Orioles with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, 2 on, 1 out, 4-1 A's.
Here's Muncy, and Max is 0 for 2.
Pitch on the way, broken bat, grounder to third base, fielded by Urias, slings to second one, throws on to first base, in time, double play. The Athletics are going to check. It was bang bang at first.
Yeah, Max Muncy, I think you can see well onto the bag, really with his entire foot.
As we figured, the call was going to be overturned, and it didn't take long either. So the Athletics are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs now. And Blewett, he is going to face off against Seth Brown.
Started with a leadoff double, then a walk. 2 on, nobody out. You'd think that they could capitalize here, but now with 2 outs and 2 strikes, Brown has to protect.
And they got it. Wow, on the bottom outside corner, Brown frozen and in disbelief. Blewett makes the pitch. 2 left aboard for the Athletics.
Yennier Cano will take over for the Orioles.
Lately been very good. So it's a matter of, can you throw strikes? And when he does, he's usually able to keep the ball on the ground, sinker, slider.
Off the glove of Cano, sprints after it with the bare hand, off balance, and in time to get the out.
The only way you can get Jacob Wilson out. Right back up the middle. Can you field your position? You know, Yennier Cano's a big guy, but he's, do I want to say cat-like? Yeah, a little bit.
1-1. Whoa! Look at the reflexes by Cano. Well, you test me right, test me left.
Field your position. Who says they're not athletes? Cano is laughing as he shakes the dirt out of his belt. Back-to-back 1-3 putouts for the A's here in the 7th.
And with a smile on his face the entire time.
2 outs, nobody on. Tyler Soderstrom. Cano would like somebody else to do the fielding. And in fact, it'll go to Emmanuel Rivera. First pitch swinging. Ground out. Rivera takes it over himself. 3 up, 3 down. Cano, king of efficiency and fielding in the 7th.
4-1 A's lead with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th, a runner on second. And Colton Cowser is up against TJ McFarland in his 20th appearance. On the ground, diving play by Urias. Spins, throws to first, and he makes another beauty. Wow! Luis Urias, have a day defensively. 4-1 the score here, bottom of the 8th inning. Max Muncy leads off and launches one deep to left. You can kiss that ball goodbye.
Well, somebody in South Natoma's just got a souvenir.
Man, did he get a hold of that one. Muncy's 3rd of the year, and his last 2 homers here on this homestand have both been moonshots. Well, Dallas 5-1 the score, 4-run lead for the A's. What time is it?
It's Miller time.
Ground ball, this should do it. To first, Soderstrom takes it himself, and Mason Miller finishes off the game. The A's win 5-1, a 4-run victory over the Baltimore Orioles. The first series win in over a month. This is a good sign to see these Athletics who battled hard at the back end of this homestand heading back on the road looking for more.